It's time to talk about everything you need to know if you have a trip coming up to Walt Disney World Resorts in March. If you're new to our channel, we do a monthly video to tell you what is happening in the park if you are going that month. We cover events, weather, refurbishments and closures, crowd levels, and other things happening in the parks. We do all of these videos in 10 minutes or less, so they're gonna have all the big things going on. There might be other small things happening like merch drops, or for instance, one of the tea rooms at one of the resorts is opening this month. Those are things that we don't usually cover because we just wanna give you all the big stuff and the need to knows to help you prepare. So let's start off with events. I am here right now at Epcot. I'm kind of hiding in the corner because the sun is very bright, but it's also kind of chilly today, but the sun is blinding me a second ago. But I'm here at Epcot, and currently today is the last day of Festival of the Arts. And so starting March 4th, we have Flower and Garden Festival starting, and they are already putting up so many of the topiaries. So one thing to note is, even if you're not going to be here March 4th and after, but you'll be here the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd, you can still see a lot of the topiaries. The food obviously won't be out yet, but there will be tons of topiaries around, and they are absolutely beautiful. If you've never been to Flower and Garden Festival, it's just such a magical time. If you have allergies, like me, just prepare well for that. But it is such a just beautiful festival. It's so bright and colorful, and it's springtime. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Also, with Flower and Garden Festival starting on March 4th, make sure you're subscribed because we will have a full video out on the festival here in the next couple weeks. The other event happening is the Disney Princess Half Marathon. That starts the last weekend in February and ends March 2nd, so crowds can be a little bit heavier those weekends. Okay, let's talk about closures and refurbishments. There is so much happening over Animal Kingdom right now. So the final attraction for Dinoland, which was Dinosaur, actually closed in February. This means that Dinoland is permanently closed and will be replaced with the Tropical Americas, but that does not open until sometime in 2027. We obviously have no date yet for that. That will bring new attractions, but for now, that is closed for the entire month of March. Also over at Animal Kingdom, we have the closure of Rafiki's Planet Watch, Conservation Station, and the Wildlife Express train. Well, this is not a permanent closure. It closed on February 23rd and will not open again until sometime this summer. Parts of it are actually going away, such as the animation part of the Conservation Station that everyone loves. They're gonna have a new version of that opening over at Hollywood Studios later, but the area at Animal Kingdom is going to be replaced with a Bluey meet and greet that will open later this summer. Moving on to Hollywood Studios, Aerosmith fans, your last day to ride Rock and Roller Coaster with the Aerosmith overlay is on March 1st. As of March 2nd, this attraction will close and will not open up until later this summer with the new Muppets overlay. There's a lot of mixed opinions about that. I'd love to know, are you Team Aerosmith or Team Muppets for Rock and Roller Coaster? Last attraction closures, I feel like I have been talking about forever, but I think I see the light at the end of the tunnel. Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger Spin, and Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, both are set to open sometime this spring, and I have heard the possibility of March sometime, but there are no dates that I have seen yet as of right now. I just checked before I filmed this to make sure, but I have been talking about Big Thunder being closed since we moved here last March, and I have not had a chance to ride it in the last year, so I'm excited for this attraction to be open. They have apparently done a ton of stuff to it, so I can't wait to check it out. And Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spins will be getting some new blasters and I think a new scene and a new room, so I'm excited about that one too. Okay, let's talk about weather. So weather in the month of March, you'll have like warm highs in the 70s, but the lows will be in the 50s. For instance, today, the feels like is 50 and I am in leggings and a sweatshirt because the wind just makes it so chilly. So I heavily suggest making sure you have a light jacket, a sweatshirt, something that you can bring with you to the parks for the evening time. But during the day, you are going to usually be hot. Today is an exception. There's a cold front, but you're usually going to be hot most of the time. We'll want to be in a tank top and shorts and something more comfortable because you will be sweating. Okay, so let's talk about crowds. I should probably not have to tell you that March is a very heavy spring break month all across the US. So crowds are going to be heavier that month. Usually in the second, third, and fourth weeks, less the first week, but I still wouldn't put it out, especially with Epcot because the festival will be starting. So Epcot might be a little busier, the other parks might not be so much. But yeah, from the second weekend on, I would expect some heavier crowds in March. Okay, let's talk about some other things happening at the parks. Disney After Hours happens at Magic Kingdom, Epcot, and Hollywood Studios. This is a separately ticketed event that promises lower wait times for your favorite rides. These events also include free popcorn, Mickey ice cream bars, and some bottled beverages. They're really cool events. It's just you're paying an extra fee to basically be able to ride all the rides you want with way less crowds and way less people. Usually these events have some fun characters out. If that is something you're interested in, I'm gonna pop the prices up and the dates up here that they have left for the month of March. The last thing we're going to talk about is the fact that daylight savings time is coming up on March 8th. Why does this matter? Because with the sun setting later, that means some of the entertainment times at Magic Kingdom will be changing. Starting March 15th, the Festival of Fantasy Parade will have 2 show times, once at noon and once at 3 p.m. Starting March 15th, the Adventure Friends Cavalcade moves to later times. You're gonna have a 5:10 and a 6:25 p.m. And lastly, we have the Disney Starlight Parade. That parade is gonna have adjusted times starting on March 8th, so I encourage you to check your app. I do know that the 13th through 15th, it was showing a 10:30 p.m. time added, but I encourage you to check your app to make sure these times are the same, and usually if you're in the park, you get a notification through the app too. Just keep a close eye on that if those parades are important to your family during your trip. All right, per usual, that was a quick one, but this is everything you need to know if you have a trip coming up to Walt Disney World Resorts in the month of March. If you have a trip coming up, we hope you have the best time and safe travels.